Hello everybody, and welcome to my top 10 favorite Pokemon of all time. This is my first Pokemon video on this channel, and I think I should start it off with letting you guys know what I like. So, without further ado, here is UltraGenesect's top 10 favorite Pokemon. At number 10, we have Piplup. Now, I know for a lot of people, the Piplup line in general is their least favorite out of the three in Generation 4. And I personally don't see that. I see an adorable Pokemon which evolves into such an amazing and cool Emperor Penguin. Now, Piplup. What is there not to love about Piplup? It's cute, it's blue, and it's small. And that's really all the boxes that I need to check for this Pokemon to get on a top 10. It's amazing, it looks cool, it's awesome in the animes, and just overall is a fantastic Pokemon. At number 9, we have two Pokemon actually from the Hoenn region, being the box arts, the one and only Groudon and Kyogre. And obviously a lot of people love these Pokemon, I myself included. I think they're great. I think their designs are unique, and I love the rivalry, the red and blue. Everything works out, water and land, and it's just sick. Groudon's design, I love how it looks like it has Omega, letter looking things on his legs, and overall looks sick. I don't know why it's not a fire type though, but it looks like it should, and it knows tons of fire moves. And obviously Kyogre, very elegant, very large, blue, and they just look cool. I played through into Gen 3 games. I originally had Sapphire, so yeah, I had Kyogre first, using the Master Ball on that. And it was a good time when I was young, seeing these two Pokemon. Now, coming in at number 8, we have the only Alolan Pokemon that you'll probably ever see in a top 10 video of mine that isn't a top 10 worst shinies or reasons why I dislike the Alolan region. And, however, I will admit, they gave some good Pokemon designs in this generation, and the best, in my opinion, being Turtonator. What is there not to love about Turtonator? It looks sick, its shell looks sick, its shiny looks sick, and it's competitively sick. Everything about this Pokemon is sick. It's easily the best Pokemon in the Alola region, and I wish they made more Pokemon like this one in that region, because those other Pokemon are really lacking, most of them. Brochus. Now, coming in at number 7, we have our first Dragon type. It's not our last Dragon type though. Spoiler alert, it's going to be another one or two. And this one I have very high regards for. Noivern. When I first saw X and Y, when I saw the Pokedex, the one and really only Pokemon that stood out to me was Noivern. I loved it. It looked so cool, and it was actually the first ever shiny I got in a Wonder Trade, and the first shiny I ever got in general, back whenever, in 2013 or 14, whenever I got the game. And I loved it as a kid. It's more of a memory type of Pokemon, you know, but it still looks sick. I like how it's based around sound with its ears. And obviously, it's like a bat, but it's a dragon. And it looks cool. Its design is great. Its color scheme is great. And I even like its shiny. Some people I know don't like tints of green. I myself don't like lots of green shinies, such as Tauros and Stantler. Those look absolutely disgusting to me. But that's not the point of this video. The point is my favorite shinies, or not my favorite shinies, my favorite Pokemon, and this is in my top 10. Coming in at number 6 is, for a lot of people, people frown upon the second stage of starter Pokemon, and I mostly agree with them. A lot of mid-stage starters are bad, but it kind of makes sense, right? Because like they're in that awkward teenage stage where like they're not cute and adorable, but they don't look badass either. So they're just like kind of awkward, kind of like a Quilladin or a Pignite, for example. But this is, in my opinion, the best mid-stage starter Pokemon, and that being Duat. Now, Gen 6 animations and the 3D models don't give this Pokemon enough justice. When I first saw this in my first playthrough of Generation 5, which was the first game I ever played back in 2011, I fell in love immediately. Duat was sick. It looked sick, and I loved it. I love the 2 shells it has on it, and I love it. It doesn't actually look like an awkward Pokemon, right? Like, it looks pretty intimidating, kind of like Samurott does, but obviously it's 2 legs still and doesn't give off the full vibe. But it really stood out to me, especially comparing it to other mid-tier or mid-stage starters. This is by far the best one, and the Oshawott Duat Samurott line is probably my favorite starter line out of all of them, and I personally love Duat the most out of it. Coming in at number 5, we are going to be sticking in Generation 5, and we're back to dragon types with one of the best dragons they've ever made, by far, easily. No, it's not Hydreigon, unfortunately. Although that is pretty sick, that would be in an honorable mentions if I had made one, but I'm too lazy to, so it's not there. But this, however, is Haxorus, and I love this Pokemon. I love all of these Pokemon, obviously, they're my top 10. But Haxorus is special. It was another one that I received early on in a Wonder Trade for its shiny, and I love its shiny, but this Pokemon, and Axew, and Fracture are all amazing. This looks so intimidating. I love the black and red on it, and I love even the green. Like, most green Pokemon don't look great, but this really works well with Haxorus. It's so intimidating, it looks awesome, and I used it as a kid, and oh, so just enjoyable using it. I love everything about this Pokemon. It looks great. And that's really all I've got to say. Coming in, number 4, we have one of the best legendaries in the game. Possibly, in my opinion, the best box art legendary. And that being Zekrom. Now, if you haven't already told, or if you can't tell, I love Pokemon that look intimidating, that look awesome. And Zekrom really pushes that limit. I mean, look at it. The Dragon Electric typing on it's amazing. It looks sick. For a box art, it's superior to Reshiram, although Reshiram isn't bad itself. But if I'm comparing how this looks to every other legendary in the game, I'm most likely picking this 10 times out of 10. It's maybe 9 times out of 10. I don't know. Depends on the day. But I love it. I fought against it back in 2011. And I loved it so much as a child. And I still do to this day. And I'm currently hunting for it in Max Raid Den Adventures for its shiny form. I'm at 72 at like 25 hours in. And hopefully I'll be able to find it soon, and maybe I can get out a video for that, if it lets me. But Zekrom is easily my favorite dragon type, and one of my favorite legendaries. At number 3, we have a Pokemon that I have recently fallen in love with. And I don't know why I didn't like it before. Everything about it just looks amazing. And I don't know, I haven't seen it talked about that much. And for me, number 3, we have Crocodile. I don't know, one day I was just looking at Pokemon and I remembered Crocodile, and I looked at it and I'm like, you know what? I like this Pokemon. What do I like about it? I like its design. I like its typing, grounded dark. That's pretty unique. I like its color scheme. The black and the red look amazing, along with the white belly. I love it. It took a bit of a turn from Sandile and a Krokorok, which I thought was pretty cool. Even though its shiny is the same. Is roughly the same as the other two, which I actually like that as well. And I don't know, this Pokemon, I remember using it back in Black and White, like a decade ago, whenever. And I didn't give it that much love then, but I'm going to give it tons of love now. It's one of my favorites all time, obviously number 3. And it's just amazing. I don't really know what else to say about that. But on to number 2. Now, as a kid, you have childhood memories of certain things. For example, possibly your favorite Pokemon was one that you used as a kid and it just kind of stuck with you. And for me, when I was younger, I read a Gen 4 manga. And that's one of the reasons I love Piplup so much. And I don't remember exactly what it's called, but with this Pokemon, I love it so much. It was in the manga. When I first saw it, I was literally in shock. Jaw to the floor, eyes bulging, just mind blown when I saw this. And it is by far my favorite legendary Pokemon of all time, and that being Regigigas. I'm frankly speechless. I mean, look at it. Just look at it. What is there not to love? It's intimidating. The colors work. I love how there's moss growing around its body because of how ancient it is. It's intimidating. It's superior to all the other Regis. And I'm not sure if the eyes or like the orbs like represent the 3. The blue of it being Regice, the gray being Registeel, and the reddish brown being Regirock. But if so, that's a huge nod, and that's really cool. And it's just amazing, man. I loved it as a kid, reading in the manga. I saw it, and I was just, my mind was blown. It was amazing. I love this Pokemon. So good. And that is why it has taken the number 2 spot on my list. And finally, we have reached my number 1 favorite Pokemon. And you can probably guess what it is. You might have seen it, or I might have mentioned it earlier in this video. And if you haven't guessed by now, that Pokemon is obviously Stantler. What is there not to love about Stantler, other than it's shiny? Its antlers look great. Look at those eyes, those beautiful 3D eyes and nose. Its tail, which still don't know if it's even a tail, is like mind-blowing. It tricks your mind. Okay, I'm done. I can't keep going with this. No, it's not Stantler. Yeah, obviously, it's Genesect. Yeah. I don't know. What'd you guys expect? Of course it was Genesect. It's my mascot. It's my name. Like, and again, this is another one for me that was nostalgia. It's my favorite mythical Pokemon, and obviously my favorite Pokemon of all time. And I had... It was kind of like a ROM hack. It wasn't a ROM hack. It was like a... I guess it was kind of like a Game Shark that I had. Where I had a bunch of DS games, and I could, like, add stuff to them. Like, I could make my Pokemon all max level. I could get a Genesect, per se. And that was one of the things I had with one of my friends back 9-10 years ago. He really wanted a Genesect, and I had a Genesect thanks to my Game Shark, or whatever it was. And I made him so happy when I gave it to him, and that made me really happy. And ever since then, I've loved Genesect. Because it brings back great memories for me, back to a simpler time in grade school, when I could go to like a movie at school. They had late night movies, and then I could just go to a sleepover at my friend's house. It was amazing. And I mean, going to the Pokemon itself now, its design is amazing. It's probably one of the best designed Pokemon they've ever made. And I love how it can turn into like a little UFO. Like, that's so cool. No other Pokemon can do something like that, other than Ditto, and maybe one or two others that I just can't think about right now. I love it. It's fire, or not fire, Bug Steel type thing is really cool as well, even though I don't really know if it should be Bug type. There's, like, not really much bug about it, but it looks so good. It's purple too, which is my favorite color, and, I mean, just everything about this Pokemon is unbelievable. So let me know what your guys' favorite Pokemon are. I'm curious to know that. And let me know what you think about my top 10 Pokemon. Do you agree with most of my list? Do you disagree with most of my list? Tell me what you didn't like. Tell me what you did like. Tell me if you got fooled by Stantler, actually. Because I know I gotta feel you with that. So, thank you all for watching. This is UltraGenesect, buzzing out.